in here. See if we can get. I bet we're sideways, aren't we? I tried to get it to where it was to set it sideways so we'd get a better picture, but I'm afraid that it's not going to do that. Ooh, wee, that was bad. Drop the phone. Okay, there we go. It's not telling me to rotate my device or anything, so I think we're good. All right, so we're going to run with that. Hi, Rebecca.
Here, Rebecca. Thank you guys for coming in. Glad to see you.
So, Rebecca, are we vertical or are we horizontal? Let us know. If everything looks good.
Hey, Pathways Homestead just went live.
Well, why don't you check it out? Hello, Julia. So, Julia, we made you a moderator. I hope you do not mind.
We hit you with the wrench.
We hit you with the wrench. Well, after last week, we decided we were going to go on. We're vertical. Good. All right. So Rebecca, I missed you. I'll have
it's
to go.
It's always good to be vertical. Sometimes things get bad when you're horizontal, but sometimes things are all right when you're horizontal. Like when you're taking a nap, sleeping. That's not bad. When you're involuntarily sleeping, that's not good.
Okay. So may need some training. It'll be all right. Oh, Heather. Hello, Heather. I missed you too. But anyway, I can't give wrenches. From my phone, but I went back and watched last week's live and tried to give wrenches out. So I'll try to do that again this week. Try to get on and give some wrenches out so that we have everything. And then I was also able to do the they can only comment if they are a subscriber for 5 minutes. I set it for 5 minutes this time.
So if you're here and you're not subscribed and you can't comment, go subscribe.
And in
5 minutes we'll be able to talk to you.
Yep.
So
long as you behave and don't get blocked
Yeah.
by our moderators. But yeah, so usually when we're able to do that, we don't have near the troll problem. So hopefully that will be taken care of. Thank you, Evelyn, for welcoming everybody in, and thank you, everyone, for being so kind to come in today. It is a beautiful day today in Missouri. Fall is here.
In the Ozarks.
Yep, the leaves are just about all gone. We didn't really have a real pretty tree turning. Last year was a real pretty tree turning. This year was not, and that's okay.
So we stayed okay most of the summer with rain. But the last maybe month and a half that we've not had the rain.
Awesome! Rebecca has the money to put the transmission in her car. Praise the Lord. That's awesome.
That's very good. That's an answer to prayer.
That is awesome. Yeah, we're all excited.
That's good.
So basically, Julia, if someone comments something they shouldn't comment, you can tap their comment or click on it if you're on a computer. If you're on a phone, you tap their, not necessarily their comment, but where their name is. You tap that and it will tell you that you can hide them or hide comment or whatever. That's kind of some of the training.
I got us blocked by a moderator one time for playing bingo with Matt.
Yes!
From Southern Blessed.
It was all a joke. It was all a joke, but yeah, we got. Mac was like, no, they're my friends. It's just playing, messing with me. But yeah.
And then the person was fairly new to it, and instead of unblocking us, they blocked us for longer.
And we just got a big kick out of it. And I don't even remember who the mod was. I don't remember, but it's been a long time ago. But anyway, Mac and Patty with Southern Blessed. If you don't know them, go check them out. They're a hoot. Love Miss Patty. She's a sweetheart. And Mac is a clown. He's a great guy. I got to play a trick on him, though, when we were at the Okie Expo several years ago. The first one, I think it was.
A couple years
yeah,
ago.
we were there, and Mac and I were walking out to the parking lot, and Mac had parked by me. Mac and Patty had parked by me, and they had rented a car to get there. And he was trying to honk the horn to find the car. or not honk the horn, but flash the lights. Well, we were walking down the aisle, and every time he would punch his button, I'd punch my button and make the horn honk on my truck. He didn't know what we had driven. And so he'd push the button, and I was watching him, and so that I was doing it simultaneously. And because he was like holding the clicker up like this so I could see when his thumb was going in. So I had mine down by my side clicking the button. And so the truck horn would honk, and he goes, oh, he goes, I'm setting off the alarm on somebody's truck. And I lost it. I laughed, and I just couldn't believe that I'd gotten him. It's like, and he's like, do you know whose truck that is? It's like, it's mine. I've never let him live it down because that was awesome. Anyway. Yep, everybody's accidentally blocked someone. When I've been modding, I've accidentally blocked people before too. But yeah, so.
We've had some people on here the last few weeks that need to block.
Yes. But it's not telling us how many people are in here today, but that's okay. That's okay. Usually it tells us how many people are in and how many thumbs up we have, and that's okay. We know y'all are in here, and we appreciate you. But yes, Rebecca, we're so excited for you. That's awesome. Awesome. We took the day off yesterday. And we went to Branson, to Silver Dollar City. Gary and I have season passes. We like taking little weekend trips. That's okay, Evelyn. We know that life is crazy and sometimes you can't make it. And 8 people. Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm not sure why it's not telling us, but that's okay. But anyway, so we went and walked around and got to see. I didn't realize, I've never been to Silver Dollar City in the fall, I guess. I didn't realize they had like a big craft fair and like a big craft show, and there was a whole bunch more craftsmen than are usually there.
Which is our favorite part of Silver Dollar City.
Yes. So we had an absolute blast. Hannah went with this. She's super crafty. Super crafty. I'm not very crafty. She's really crafty.
Yeah, she makes a big part of her living selling craft stuff online.
Yep. So she has an online shop that she sells stuff from. And anyway, so she she had a good time. We had a good time. And yeah, it was good. We had a good restful day, and then we came home and had to stop at Redmond's for candy. If you've not been to Redmond's, yes, at Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. It's not, is it Pittsburgh?
Phillipsburg.
Phillipsburg, Missouri.
Yep.
Just off of I-44, almost to Lebanon, Missouri. It's awesome. Nice candy shop. Beautiful candy shop. Nice gas station. Nice restrooms.
Yeah, I think the restrooms are as nicer than Buc-ee's.
The ones in Missouri, yeah. I've been to nicer Buc-ee's. Some of the Buc-ee's in Texas are super nice. At least they were years ago. Yeah. I haven't been in several years.
Yeah.
But we
and they've got all kinds of candy and fudge and taffy and popcorn. And
they don't have the T-shirts and all the trinkets, and they don't have the food.
They do have an amazing array of socks.
They do. Socks and old candies.
Old candies, yes.
You can find a lot of old candies there, too.
Yeah, and they have an amazing array of different glass-bottled pops.
Yes.
Which I think pop tastes better in a glass bottle, but they have all kinds of specialty soda pops. That kind of stuff. All kinds of little gift, like playing card sets and stuff like that. But the socks are, they've all, and they have a huge array of Bob Ross things, like Bob Ross socks, Bob Ross playing cards, Bob Ross puzzles.
Rebecca has been to Lebanon, Missouri, and hung roller shades at a car rental place. Cool.
Huh.
Cool. We are not far from Lebanon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and that
less than an hour.
Redmond's is just outside of Lebanon.
Yep. So
on 44.
Yeah. So we picked a bunch of the garden. You and Hannah picked up most of it before the frost. We did get frost this week. We got a pretty heavy frost Tuesday morning, and then a couple more frosts throughout the week. Oh, Gary's starting to yawn. And so we have the garden is just about done. We have a few things hanging on: carrots, our frost hardy, radishes, Swiss chard, some lettuces, dill. The cilantro survived it. Calendula. I was really shocked that my calendula, survived the frost. So I'm hoping to collect a few flowers off of that for soap. Maybe put some petals on soap for some decoration. We'll see. And our sage, of course, and our onions survived, our Egyptian walking onions, and we have some garlic starting to sprout for the fall. I'm getting ready to rake up some leaves and try to put them on top to kind of give a little mulch on the onions and garlic. We'll see how that goes. And then we're also, I don't know, will the sweeper sweep up our leaves, or will they stick to the bristles?
I think it will.
Okay. I may just fire up the lawnmower and drag the sweeper around and get some.
We need to mow the yard anyway.
Yeah, but if I drag the speaker, then I'd have to do it twice.
Yeah, I'm just saying we need to air up the tires on the lawnmower and
Get it mowed.
started anyway.
And get the last mowing in.
Yep.
But right now we are getting run over with the little fake ladybugs. Is that what they're not the real ladybugs. And so, there was a big swarm of them all around the house this afternoon. It was crazy. You could hear them buzzing, and I think they were trying to get into the siding on the house. But, there's one there flying around. But, anyway, I don't know. They're weird. They kind of freak me out a little bit. I don't know why, but they do. I mean, it's not like I'm scared of them or anything. They're just kind of weird. But anyway. But we still have lots of stuff going. Lots of stuff to take care of. Gary's got a big pot of beans going on the back porch that we raised. We did not. Hi, Lori.
Hello, Lori.
We did not start the wood stove this week.
I need to clean out the stovepipe. I haven't done that yet. I did one night. We've got a little propane heater in our kitchen. I did run that one night.
Yep. And we run the space heater 1 or 2 nights up in our room. But, thank you for the hearts and the love. We appreciate that. And, hi, Miss Patty, the Tinker's wife. Hello, hello. And so, some of y'all coming in, I gave you Miss Lori Carp and Evelyn Newen have been mods for a long time. We appreciate you ladies so much. But I went in last week and made a bunch of people moderators. I missed a couple, but we just weren't able to schedule the live ahead of time and me be able to get on my computer to put in a designation that somebody had to be a subscriber to comment. And so we had a whole lot of trolls. And so I went through and crazy making people moderators. So if I missed you, I'm so sorry. Like Rebecca touched my arm. I'll get in and try to get that done this week. Time and internet providing, I guess we would say, that I can get that done. Because mods are very important and we appreciate every one of you guys. And we thank you, Lori and Evelyn. You guys have done a great job. And I just want you to know we appreciate y'all. And yeah, that's where we're at. Got lots of peppers to put away, and still have some apples to put away. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. Yes. But thank you, Evelyn. We love you. And anyway, we are busy. We probably will not have a live next week. We will be with our family. We're going to be traveling some. And I'm not sure what schedule will be. We might be home Sunday. We might be traveling. We'll just have to see. But So it is what it is. You're quiet. Am I just not giving you a chance to talk, or are you just quiet?
What do you want me to say? I don't know what to talk about, so I'm telling you.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't have anything to
Okay.
talk about.
Okay.
Do you need me to talk about something?
I don't know.
What do you want me to talk about?
The sky is blue. The leaves.
Do you know why the sky is blue?
Because of the reflection on the water particles that are in the air. We found that out from our 3-year-old. Which we already knew, but we were shocked that a 3-year-old would know. Awesome. That's cool. That's awesome, Rebecca. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that praise report. That's awesome. We've been praying. Yeah, between 800 and 900 to put the transmission in.
Well,
awesome, awesome, awesome. And that'll help if there's anything. It's sometimes cars are like old houses. When you go to fixing them, something else needs to be repaired, or something doesn't. It doesn't always go as planned. So hopefully everything will go as planned, and you'll have some surplus. But if not, you got a cushion to help meet that need if it arises. So yeah. Glasses. I can't. If I put them on like this, then this is blurry. If I hadn't, then I don't want to have to do this and have y'all looking at my nose, so I just take my glasses off.
Yes, they are. That is a nice reflection. Almost looks like a painting, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
In the window behind us.
Yep. And the leaves look prettier in the window than they do. They're not real pretty this year. They're kind of yellow, I guess, but there's a lot on the ground.
Yeah, and they're starting to turn loose, but there's still a lot of green ones too.
Mm-hmm.
So the hickories turn nice and yellow, and sassafras turned red, but that's pretty much what those two do. I got a secret, a filming secret for you guys, and a privacy secret. Dirty glass reflects better than clean glass.
It's true.
It's intentional.
He's just knocking my housekeeping skills.
You're not the only one that keeps house around.
I know. Gary does all the dishes, most of the dishes anyway, and a lot of the cooking.
Been doing a lot of laundry too.
A lot of laundry. Seems like, yeah. Well, we brought a bunch of laundry bunch of our clothes from Kansas, and yeah. But yeah.
We both put away a lot of laundry today.
We did.
I forgot that's what closets are for. Seems like we've just been living out of a laundry basket lately.
Hi, Heather Hopper. Yeah, mine are dirty too. Yep.
Yeah, well, they'll reflect nicely.
Yeah.
They're dirty.
Just so you know. Oh, man. But we found things that we'd been missing for 7-8 years. When we were working in the shed, we found a box of clothes that we couldn't find. Mm-hmm. And they'd gotten shoved off into a corner. And
it was a shop vac box, and every time I'd see it, I assumed it had a shop vac, because at one time we had like an extra shop vac, and so I just assumed it was a shop vac back there. It was a shop vac box full of clothes.
Yep, it's same here, Julia. Yep. That haven't been unpacked in 5 years. Yep. Yeah, we have boxes that we moved from Oklahoma to Wyoming to Kansas and to another place in Kansas, and they'll probably get moved here, and they've not been opened in all those years. They'll probably get moved here anyway.
Fun.
Yep.
Always exciting.
Miss Patty's unpacking. We got a house full of boxes and stuff.
We've got some furniture we need to carry upstairs, and none of us have We haven't all been in the same room and had the energy long enough to. We could have done it today, but we were all kind of,
We were. We just, yep. Been, so, yeah, but we're, yeah, I don't know. My mind is slow today. I hear you, Evelyn. Some of them, yep. Oh, yes. I hope they do. I hope there is a couple interested in that John Hutch and they take it. Julia, yes. Yes. Usually it's stuff.
some of it's just like old keepsakes that we
Yeah.
probably ought to find some place to display.
Yeah.
But we probably have way too many keepsakes.
Yes. But that our kids will have to worry about it someday and then it
Yes.
won't be our problem. But
We may have to deal with it a few more times before that happens.
yeah,
though.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we're slowly getting things moved over here. There is so much. We need 2 full weeks at least in Kansas to get everything.
We need to do some repairs on that house.
Yeah, we
too.
need to fix our house. We need to. Last winter it had some water leaks, and it had had some damage from previous water leaks before we owned it, and we just never got those fixed. And then there's been continuation of that deterioration from those, just stuff. Yeah, and then we had new water leaks that caused more damage, and so we need to get over there and get that fixed. And then we've got pins to take down and clean up, and because yeah, time helps sort those things out. I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, we just lots to do. And we did winterize it, so it's ready for winter. So it'll be spring before we may head over there and do little things, but probably not. We'll just wait and see. And
But we've been putting away some food, some stuff from our garden.
yep,
We've been starting to cook a lot out of our stores a little
Yep.
bit. We have we've got some meat birds we're raising right now, and started hunting. Hunting seasons have started.
Yep.
And so I did put a turkey in the freezer the other day.
yep. Gary got a turkey. Our dog has gotten too smart for his own good.
Mm-hmm.
He has dug himself out, tore up his pen, and hopefully he has not terrorized the neighborhood.
He seems to be staying around here.
But and the little puppies are growing. They're got their eyes open. They are all males. So if anyone wants a Beagle Catahoula cross and maybe crossed with something else, we don't know what.
Yeah.
It might be a Beagle cross.
Well, that's cool.
Oh yes.
And those electric pressure canners are the thing.
Yes, I saw that, Patty, and I'm tickled to death for you. She got a Presto.
Yeah.
They're super nice. I have not used a Presto myself on the electric ones. I have used the Carry. Gary bought me a Carry when we were moving from the rental property in Kansas to our homestead in Kansas. He bought me a Carry pressure canner because our garden was at the Kansas homestead. And so...
And we weren't living there yet.
Right, we weren't living there yet, but we had power and electricity in the house and everything. So it was getting to be quite the chore to try to pack up one house and and haul produce from one homestead to the other to can. And so Gary's like, I got you, girl. And so he got me that pressure canner for our anniversary in July. And we were able to move in August, but it helped a lot. It helped a lot. And I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy my Carry. My mother-in-law has enjoyed, or has bought a Carry, and is working and learning to use it. She's enjoying it. So I'm hopeful that that'll be. And she's not done a whole lot of pressure canning. has she, in many years.
Not in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of, she helped you get going.
She did.
But,
She did help me get going. Yep. And yep. Between her and my grandma and my aunt, and some with my mom and Gary's grandmas, then they helped me learn to can. And then I've done a lot through reading canning books and, yeah. Thank you, Miss Patty. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that, and you'll have to share your progress with us. And I'm sitting here thinking, is he going to fall asleep on us? Oh, one of those things come at me. Oh, they're not ladybugs. They look like ladybugs, but they're not. They're some kind of invasive bug from another place. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, but then you get to see me go, because it flew straight in my face. But
so Hannah and I went on the cave tour at Silver Dollar City yesterday.
yes, I didn't take the cave tours.
And our tour guide said that, we could encounter some bats, and if a bat flies towards you, to just duck and let the person behind you deal with it.
Just duck, let the person behind. That's funny. But I didn't go. I wandered around and ate some food and looked at some more crafts and talked to some more people. Oh, nice. I understand, Patty. Yeah, my granny. I don't think my granny pressure canned. I don't remember her. Yeah, I do remember her pressure canning because she had the pressure canner with the wing nuts on it. But yeah, she did her canning outside most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. But yeah, I do some rebel canning. What is not recommended canning practices, but when it comes to certain things, especially meat products, I'm extremely careful. And I actually left a canning group this week, yesterday, because, and yes, I didn't answer the person's question. They wanted to know how long they should hot water bath the venison. I don't remember if it was venison, the meat they were canning. And I said, when it comes to meat, I only pressure can. And man alive, you would not believe. You'd have thought I had told them to throw it all out, and But anyway, but it wasn't the person, it was other people. And so I was like, you know what? Fine, just let them go. And there was a person stand up for me, and I recommended a Carry electric pressure canner, that they weren't quite as expensive as some of the others, and that and it was a good canner, and that I recommended it. So, but then I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't need the drama, so I left the group. I was just like, but I'm not a stickler for canning rules unless it comes to certain products. Meat, I'm a stickler for canning rules on meat.
And you definitely are use the pressure canner instead of just trying to instead of water bath everything.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Part of the reason, because I don't have enough time, and so I will lightly pressure can products that can be water bath, just because I'm in a hurry, and it is easier for me to turn on my electric canner and not have to stand there and babysat a boiler, something boiling, so yeah, I don't know. And a lot of times it's like I did over pressure can some some applesauce, and it's separated, and so there's a real sugary liquid on the bottom, and then the apples, the pureed apples, are separated on the top, and it just shake it up, and it's good.
It blends back together real easy.
But that is because I over processed it, and so it's separated. Just tomatoes will do the same thing if you over process them. Whether you're hot water bathing canning them or pressure canning them, they will separate if you overdo them. But yeah, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just shake it up. But I do can't try to remember to take my rings off of my canned goods. That way, if they start to build pressure, the seal can pop easy and not have to worry. I mean, I might have a mess to clean up, but I won't have, hopefully, won't have shattered jars. But that is one of the best ways to know if your stuff is bad is if it's fermenting, it should not be fermenting.
Yeah.
So,
Building gas, it'll pop the lid. If
Yeah.
you don't have the ring on it, it'll pop the lid.
Yeah. And sometimes if you have the ring on it, if the ring is too tight, it'll shatter the glass. And we don't want that. So, yeah. Boy, our road is busy and it's dusty. Look at this. 2 vehicles drove by and look at that dust. Isn't that something? That's why. That's why the windows are always dirty. And it's okay. We live on a dirt road. We don't mind.
It's all right. They reflect the leaves nicely.
Yes, they do. It looks like a beautiful painting in the back of the window there. With the stock trailer in the front yard. You can see this is the stock trailer right here. You can see the back end of it and see the stock trailer. But yep, we hauled that's what we hauled stuff in back from Kansas in. But try to get you. They want to see your pretty face too.
Why? I don't want to see my face.
Oh me.
Did you guys know it is a proven fact that you have never seen your own face?
I'm looking at my own face right now.
You've seen a reflection of your own face. You've seen a picture of your own face. But you have never seen your own face.
I can see the end of my nose.
The end of your nose, but not your whole face.
Yeah, that's true. Only with assistance.
Yeah, so you see a reflection of it. Just in case you didn't know. Now you're smarter.
The philosophizing you do is amazing.
I spend a lot of time with 12-year-olds. Oh, me.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
The dust is
Dust
getting to
is
you.
dusty,
It's
dusty.
making it here now.
Yeah. Dusty. But anyway, so I quit hanging clothes out on the clothesline because it's so dusty. And plus the time, it's just quicker to throw stuff in the dryer. I know that's not very homesteady of me, and I probably should work harder, but sometimes it's convenient. And sometimes it's about convenience so you can do the other things that you really want to do. Yeah. So, and I don't think that there's any law against using your resources the way you can need to use them.
Is there laws about homesteading?
Yeah, oh yes, you're not a real homesteader if you don't hang your clothes out to dry.
Well, you know, I was a teenager in the 90s, so you know what I got to say about it? Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
So deep, LOL. Hi, 9 Acre Family Farms. Bless you all. I'll bless you guys too. Yep, you can't do
Hello.
everything. Oh, good, Rebecca. But yep, thanks for coming in, Dale. Dale will have his live in a little bit, right, Dale? Are you having a live today? To make those. And
Our Sunday school classes started another Bible study
oh,
today.
they have, yes. Yep, at 6. Good. Yep, it'll be
And-
right after this.
Yeah. They've started another Bible study on Revelations. We just finished a Bible study on Revelations, and now we're starting another one from a different perspective and a different style. And I really thought the combination of them, and then the one that he's planning on doing a third one maybe right after this one. So we did one by Matt Chandler.
Really nice.
Very
really nice.
expository and really good. Now we're doing one that's a study put together by Max Lucado.
Awesome. Congratulations, Kim, for getting the hat. That's awesome, Rebecca. Yes, it was a great study. And then now the one from Max Lucado, which we have done a lot of Max Lucado studies. We've done several Matt Chandler studies, too.
And Max Lucado's stuff is very narrative, very lots of stories. And of course, this is is too.
Right.
And so it's from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that he's talking about after we finish the one by Max Lucado, we're going to do a Revelation study by Louis Giglio.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
To have those three different teachers.
Yeah, and Louis Giglio's stuff is very apologetic.
Yes.
As in the not apologizing, but being able to prove what or say why you believe, state the facts of why you believe what you believe. That's what I mean by apologetic.
Yeah. So that'll be really good to have three amazing teachers and go through their studies. Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like, I don't know, we are such nerds. We really, really like to go in depth. Going to try a different. Oh, let me know how that goes, Dale. I'm going to have to choose one. My next YouTube check, I'm going to get an external camera. My computer doesn't have a camera, so I'm going to get an external camera for our computers for this one, so it'll be easier than the phone and do a have a streaming platform. So I'll try to watch this evening and see how that goes and how you like it. Is that neighbors talking? Yeah, it's neighbors talking. I thought it was his phone. I'm like, what? Listening? Because his
No, I'm just hearing it that way too.
Yep, just in the word. Yep.
And so our Sunday school teacher does a really good job of presenting those, and we really like that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So we're kind of excited to just go through those different studies and yeah, we miss a lot. We miss a lot of Sundays.
Yeah.
And so
going to Kansas and doing different things, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But we've learned a lot from Revelation. It's been a lot of fun. That's not been one I've spent a whole lot of time in because I've struggled with it enough as a teacher that I thought I don't want to teach something that I can't wrap my mind on how to teach well. And
Restream or restream. Okay. Stream. That'll be interesting, Dale. Try to get to watch. Yeah. A lot of times I only get to listen to Dale because I got to do stuff. But sometimes I get to watch and participate. But
I've been shooting my bow about every day. I haven't in the last couple of days, but I've been shooting my bow about every day, and I'm gonna try to get a chance to go bow hunting.
I haven't heard of Restream before either. Well, Miss Patty, but yeah, Dale's the same. He's not comfortable teaching Revelation because he hasn't quite grasped it.
You know, but after this last study, I think I would be at least all right with hitting some highlights from it, or going a little further than I have before.
It is. It's that time of year.
Yep, and we enjoy eating game meat, and I enjoy hunting. It's a pretty good reset for me mentally and emotionally, and so I enjoy just that time sitting there. When my dad came here several years ago, he brought my grandpa's old deer stand with him, which is a giant commercial plenum box from from a air duct system of a refinery. And my grandpa had salvaged that when they'd redone some things at a refinery, and he used it. He had a couple of them, and he used them for deer stands for years. And my dad brought one with him, and he actually put it up in a tree.
Yeah.
And so I've been hunting out of it the last year, and I turkey hunted out of it the other day too.
Yep. Time to fill the freezer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
My grandpa shot several deer out of that old plenum box, that old blind, and actually I've got a big deer that was in a record book hanging on the wall, actually hanging behind me on the wall, but I killed it out of that understand too.
Love you too, Dale. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you for coming by.
Yep. Thank you, Dale.
Yeah. Yep.
But the game meat's really important to us. We enjoy eating game meat, and it's a big, especially right now with us not having livestock or much livestock. It's important to us. So we've eaten quite a bit of deer this last year, and beef we salvaged.
Right.
And we've got some fish in there. We haven't eaten a lot of fish, but we've got some in the freezer. I put in the freezer, and we've eaten some. And we've got a turkey in the freezer now. Big old fat Jake I killed the other night.
So we're starting to the freezer as we've been replenishing the freezer. We've been using out of the freezer and eating, which is what you should do. And so now it's time to start filling it back up. Yep. Gary's mom and dad sent a beef to the processor, so they gave us some of their hamburger and some and ribs, and I can't remember some other cuts of meat that they had left. And they gave us some of that, and we've been eating on that too. And you ground up some of the fat of the beef that you had salvaged. We've been eating on that, so we've been doing pretty good and eating what we're growing. And
we got some of our dry beans that we harvested. Well, I've got some of those in the crock pot right now. That's what we're gonna eat for supper tonight.
Yeah. And we figured out we would need like 3 or 4 of our gardens full of beans to raise enough dry beans to provide for us what we like to eat. So fish in the freezer. All right, Heather. Yep.
Another month before she can get fish in the freezer.
Awesome. Gary's been going about once every 2 or 3 weeks and going and getting trout.
Yep, I've caught a few trout down at Bennett Springs.
But that'll close at the end of the month. The Bennett Springs will. So, and we'll have to do other kinds of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out where to go, but the lake not too far from us has a lot of crappie. It's known for its crappie fishing.
So the dry beans we grow Good Mother's Stollards. Yeah, go get a few of them.
Okay.
Good Mother Stollards. And we grow black turtle beans, which is usually produced as a commercial black bean. So a lot of your dry black beans, they're not always, but a lot of times they're a black turtle. We also grow Cherokee Trail of Tear beans, which they're also a black bean. And then we grow a couple of different peas, cow peas. We grow, they're also called the Crowder pea sometimes. So we grow Red Rippers, and we grew an Ozark Razorback pea this year. We just grew a few of those. They've turned out really, really well. We grew, and we'll be growing them again. The Red Ripper cowpeas did amazing. We grow a lima bean, a willow leaf lima bean, and really enjoy it as well. You miss fishing the trout rivers of Idaho. Oh, I bet you do. We trout fished in Wyoming was when we started trout fishing. But anyway, trying to make sure I didn't miss a bean. But usually black turtles, we've been pretty successful over the years with those. And so and then the Red Ripper cowpea. But which are Crowder pea. Is a cowpea called a Crowder pea too?
Yeah. Yep. Some people call it Crowder.
But
that's black turtle bean.
So let's see if we can get one of them up here. They're a little bitty black bean. Some of your commercial black beans are black turtles.
That is the willow leaf lima beans.
The willow leaf lima, and they are variated, color variated. You got some different colors. Yep. So this is still one of those lima beans, willow leaves. And so is this. They have a lot of color variation. We really like those. And then these are the Good Mother Stollards. They're real round. And they are,
They're kind of a fat, plump little.
yeah, they're little fat, plump beans. And they have a bean bloom, whereas a cowpea has a pea bloom. That's still a Good Mother Stollard, and they're speckled. They're a speckled bean.
That's Trail of Tears.
And a Trail of Tears bean, it's longer and bigger than a black turtle. So here's in comparison. The black turtle is here, and this is a Cherokee Trail of Tears bean. These are the black turtles are typically more of a bush bean. This year they vined pretty hard.
Just a little,
Not,
just on the tip, not
like a climbing bean.
Right.
Now the Cherokee Trail of Tears bean is a climbing bean. So is the willow leaf lima. The willow leaf lima is a pole bean.
So is the Good Mother Stollard.
The Good Mother Stollard is a pole bean. And then we grew our Red Ripper cowpeas. These are a little bit different cowpea than what we thought we were getting. That's different than the cowpeas we had grown before. We lost our, yeah. I remember them being a little more rounder, more like a pea, instead of more bean shaped like these. I remember them being like kind of squarer, kind of rounder. Yeah. And then this is that Razorback, and they're blotchy and kind of speckled up. And that is also a cowpea.
Yeah, the Ozark Razorback.
Ozark Razorback cowpea. And so they're pretty small. There's 3 of them here.
They were really quick, though.
They were.
Germinated fast and they made fast. Mm-hmm. They were really quick germinating and producing cowpea. And the Red Rippers produced really good.
They did. They produced well. So those are the peas and beans. Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know. So I just call it beans. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we cook it in a pot. I guess it's technically bean soup.
Yes.
But it's not a lot of extra liquid. There is a little broth to it. And we usually like to use some kind of cured pork.
Right.
For that broth. But bacon or ham bones or cured neck bones or whatever. Or jowl or.
Mm-hmm. And we thoroughly cook the beans to the point that they would be mushy, like you could, if you wanted to, easily make them into refried beans. Yeah. And we'll have a little more liquid than refried beans, but not a lot. And that's more of how we grew up. A main dish. We add ham or bacon, some kind of cured meat with them. And a main dish, we usually will have a fried potato with them. And cornbread.
Sometimes we just eat a bowl of beans.
Sometimes we have tortillas with them, or fry bread, or crackers. Yep. But usually as a main dish.
So growing up, typically, we ate a lot of what I call beans. I guess it's a bean soup, but we ate a lot of beans like that when I was a kid, and cooked in the crock pot. Slow cooked, but it was. Throw it in the morning before you went and did something, and then it was cooked when you got home that evening.
Yep.
And because it was usually fast, sometimes we ate it with fry bread.
Yeah.
Sometimes we ate it with cornbread, but a lot of times it was just my mom kept sliced loaf bread a lot. So we just buttered up a slice of bread and ate it with our beans.
We ate a lot with buttered bread. That's my dad's favorite meal. Just so if anybody needs to know, ham and beans. A lot of times we cooked it ham hock. Or leftover sliced ham, or the leftover ham bone when I was growing up. My dad likes his soupy. I don't. I like mine less runny. Yeah.
And we'll cook ours long enough that some of them, the beans are actually breaking down and beginning to thicken that up some too.
And so it's really, we may just have to cook some. We may just have to show everybody how we do it. Yep. And so the black turtle beans are a firmer bean. So if you've ever had opened a can of black beans or whatever, they're very much like that. They're very firm. It takes them longer to cook down. You can make a refried bean out of them. It takes them a little longer to cook down. And so we do eat them more of a soupy. They usually have a little more liquid in them, And like this pot of beans, Gary put in. Did you put bacon in with them or ham?
Ham.
Put ham in with them. You put onion and some of our chili peppers. He chopped onion and chili. Well, the onion was already chopped, but some of the chili peppers. You put a little bit of beef bouillon in there,
And
garlic, salt and pepper,
Mm-hmm.
and so he really seasoned them up like
Yeah,
a.
and it's got black turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Got Trail of Tears.
Okay.
And it's got. We waited too long to pick our
green
beans, so that we just had shell beans,
Mm-hmm.
and they dried on us because they were in the
Mm-hmm.
refrigerator before we got them
Yep.
canned. So I threw those in there, and they're white.
Yep.
So we've got white and black beans in the
Yep. They're like
crock pot.
a northern bean.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of
Yeah.
like a northern bean. Just and so yeah, but cornbread, yeah, so growing up, a traditional Oklahoma meal, Okie meal, for at least for our families, was ham and beans, and that was a fall and winter usually,
Mhm.
sometimes spring, and ham and beans, and usually you had fried potatoes and cornbread with it if you had the time, or
Yeah.
like you, and sometimes it was bread and butter, but like one crock pot, that was a good crock pot meal
Mhm.
for our mamas,
I
and
think at one time in the Okie culture, the old culture,
mm-hmm.
it was, and probably even here in the Ozarks, it was you could set it on the back part of the stove.
or in the
And
oven. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just let it cook all day. I
Mhm.
know that there was a tradition of getting them boiling real
Yep.
good and then wrapping the pot with quilts.
Yes, yes.
Kind of worked like a
Mhm.
crock pot, but
Mhm.
anyhow, but for us in the culture we grew up in, it was put it in the crock pot so it could cook all day. And the beauty of that is you have a really good home cooked meal without spending the time in the kitchen. You just throw it
Yeah.
all together, turn it on, and go about your day.
Yeah, I can remember my mom pressure cooking them
Oh yeah.
and then putting them in the oven.
I think our beans were pretty much always in the crock pot.
Yeah.
Um, my mother went back to school, back to college when I was in second or third grade,
Mm-hmm.
and so a lot of growing up, our meals were stuff that we could make easy. And even when she wasn't going back to college, we would get really busy with doing things, going and cutting wood and different things. Just the lifestyle would get us really busy. So
Right.
there was a lot of just set type. The crock pot, we use the fire crock pots, and Cindy and I have too. We think crock pots. I think if anybody says what's one kitchen thing I gotta have if I'm gonna homestead,
Or feed myself,
yeah.
cook at home.
yeah,
And
scratch cooking.
mm-hmm.
You need a crock pot because it makes scratch cooking something you don't have to be in the kitchen all day
Right.
for. And I really like the idea of being able to set it and come home to a cooked meal. We cook roasts, we cook beans, we cook stews, we cook chicken, we cook all kinds of stuff, ribs, all kinds of stuff in that crock pot all day. Yeah.
I was older when we got a crock pot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Mama did a lot of when I was really small. She would sear her pot roast, and then either use a pressure canner. She had like the big pressure canner I had, or not pressure canner, excuse me, pressure cooker. She would use that, or she would bake it in the oven, put it in the oven after she seared it.
White and purple.
Oh, nice, white and purple.
We like these willow leaf lima beans. They grow good. They produce well.
Yes.
And they produce a pretty good volume for the space. They're pretty disease resistant. And also, when you cook them, they cook more like a brown bean instead of like a lima bean. They're more like a pinto bean when you cook them.
They got a nice flavor.
Yeah, really good. We enjoy them, and so we've grown them. And
we attempted pinto beans, but never were successful with them.
I think we had one year that we had a pretty good
Did we?
lick, but we didn't grow a whole lot. We just had a little row or two there at the horse place.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
And it did really good. And then every time we've tried since, we haven't done as good.
Yeah.
But black turtle beans, they're kind of they're the okra of the bean world. They'll
Yes.
grow about anywhere, anytime, anything.
And beans are good to help put nitrogen back in your soil.
Yes,
So
yes.
fix nitrogen. They fix nitrogen in the root system, and so they really are good to for a rotational cropping.
So they fix nitrogen, meaning they take nitrogen from the air and from the soil and turn it into a form that it can be readily absorbed by other plants. And that they're also getting good out of doing that too. There's a corm on there that forms on the roots. It's a lagoon, and that forms on the roots and helps us fix that nitrogen. And they are very good for your ground to be rotating through your garden in different spots. One of the things early, my grandpa, he used cowpeas a lot because cowpeas do the same thing.
Yeah.
They probably do it better than a bean actually. Right. But he used the cowpeas as kind of a cover crop a lot, and he'd plant them late, but he'd get some cowpeas, but mostly it was for
to mow them and put them back in.
Yeah, mowing his. Yeah, you're right.
You're right, Julia. Thank you, Julia. Yep. Oh gosh, it is amazing how many kinds of beans there are. Yes. There's so many. All right, so prayer requests for the week. We are going to praise the Lord for meeting Rebecca's need, and Miss Patty. We're going to be thankful for. Yes, Julia, you're doing just fine, but we do need to keep on track because we don't want to run over the top of Dale, but if we do by much. So yeah, and
what?
So prayer requests.
Be praying for our family.
Yep.
We have a funeral this weekend.
Yep. Yeah. Gary's grandma passed. Grandma Cargill passed away. That's the last of our grandparents. And so she was 94 and a half years old. So she had a good long life. She is city of Roswell. Yes. I saw the videos you put up of the flooding. Yes, all those affected by the floodings and the hurricane. Still lots of recovery and repair, and that's a long haul for a lot of those folks. So yes, please be keeping them in your prayers. And yeah. So travel mercies for our families as we all travel this week for funeral, and yeah. So thank you guys. Grandma Cargill, Gary gets to officiate. I always say officiate. It's kind of a joke, but officiate her funeral. So please be in prayer for him that he will speak. That he will be able to speak. And yeah.
Dad and my uncle decided I needed to be the one to do it if I was willing. Definitely left it up to me, but my uncle had one request, and that was that I share the gospel. Definitely going to do that. It was kind of one of Grandma's requests
that was
too.
Grandma.
So yes, we're going to do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Evelyn. So anyway, so we better pray. Father God, I lift up this community to you, Lord. I thank you and praise you for our friends and family that we've made through this YouTube channel. And Lord, I ask that you be with all those affected by flooding and hurricanes and heavy rains, and as they recover. And Lord, I know that the recovery is long, and the devastation is wide. Lord, I just lift that up to you. Lord, I want to praise you for meeting Rebecca's need. We had every faith that you would. Lord, I thank you for this fundraiser and the people that donated and purchased items from her, Lord, and how all you miraculously helped her to get all that money that she needs. Lord, I just ask that things will go smoothly for the repair of her vehicle. We understand the need for a vehicle, especially when you live in a rural areas, Lord, and transportation can be very difficult without a vehicle. Lord, we just want to thank you for that. Lord, I ask that you be with the Cargill family this week as we rejoice in Grandma's life, Lord, and we celebrate her life and her dedication to you, and her willingness and love to share your love with all of us, and how dedicated and faithful she was to you. Lord, I just want to thank you for that. I ask that you be with the family as we travel. Many of us are coming from different places, and I just ask that you be with us and you protect us, Lord. Lord, I want to just thank you and praise you.
Lord, you're mighty and you're holy. And we're thankful for your ability to meet needs and your willingness to meet needs. Thankful that we can lift them up to you. Lord, there are many mentioned here tonight, and we know that you've got those in the palm of your hand. We praise you for the praises, Lord. Yes. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, amen. Thank you guys for coming in. We're going to let you go. so you can get over to Dale's live. Remember, God made you special,
and He loves you very much.
so we'll see you next in 2 weeks. We won't see you next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We're going to spend time with family next week. So thank you guys so much, and we love you. Have a good week.